So I just want to throw a few things out there just to think about. So I'm going to come from the perspective of if I was investing my time, money, effort into an activity of which there's infinite things I could do and get involved in. I have to make choices and decisions and be convinced as best as I can at this moment in time that something is worth my investment of time, money, and effort. I would be weighing up I'd be looking at the positives of something, I'd be looking at the negatives, and I'd also be evaluating the things that are interesting. So I'd be trying to get a snapshot of all of the moving parts that go into making the choices and decision as to what we do, where we spend our time. So let's say somebody approached me with the idea of doing a project. I would spend a lot of time brainstorming every piece of information I've got about it, and I would separate that into the positives, things that I regard as being positive, things I regard as being negative, and the things I would regard as being interesting, because I can't keep all that information in my head. Yeah. So if I'm going to make a choice and decision, I want to have all the information laid out in front of me so I can make an informed one, not one that's biased by I'm focused on the positive, and I think, right, this is going to be a great idea. I want to get into this. This sounds really good. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then go to the negative. Oh yeah, but there's so many different moving parts. So that'll be the first thing I do. Yeah. And that's the first thing I do when there's any project. I will mind map, and the mind map, by the way, it's actually not a mind map. It's just like a brainstorm, and cards are good for this. Like everything that is involved in this. Is it a positive? Is it a negative? And I just keep doing that for how long it takes till I think I've got everything down on paper, and then separate into that positive, negative, interesting category. Because the interesting is, I'm not sure if this is a positive or a negative, but I need to think about this. Yeah. And then I put all that out in front of me and I weight them. And what I mean by that is, saying it's really positive, I'll give it a 3. If it's positive, that's a 2. If it's kind of positive, that's a 1. So it's, it's very loose. Yeah. And then I tally them up, and on paper, I go, on paper, with the information I have at this moment in time, this looks like there's a positive. So positive in this case would be to explore whether this is something I'm even going to spend some time on. Yeah. But I've got all the moving parts out there. Yeah. Because I think it's very easy to get caught up on a little moment of success like this. I mean, it sounds fabulous. I mean, how many million? 3 million?
3 million.
TikTok? Yeah. That sounds amazing, but it's a one-off. And lots of people have big hits like that. I haven't had a big hit like that. I've had like 25, 30,000 views on some LinkedIn posts. But nothing comes from those sort of things unless it's very rare that you do something like that and that convinces someone to participate in doing something more. Yeah, people have got a very short attention span. So 3 million being seen is a success, but is it a success that you can capitalize on? That's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't get overexcited about the 3 million. Well done. Fabulous. It's taken 8 years to get there, and it's required an influencer to get there. But it's not the basis of committing to a business.